Hi there, my name is Jussi Luhtasella and welcome to this new video where I'm going to be showcasing how you can take a fresh new Suunta.ai account and start populating that with your existing documentation about your company or business idea and how you can start building the context for the AI with the help of the existing documents and how you can then take it further when crafting your strategy and how the tool can help and spar you. So like I said, in this case, we assume that you already have either an existing company with a lot of obviously documentation, or you have a business idea and you're starting a new company, like in our example here, but you already created some documents and how you get started. So we have now created a fresh new Suunta.ai account. You land on it, and I'm gonna want to start with building strategy. So what the tool will tell, we have options. We can start from scratch and start with an AI consultant, not giving it any materials. Then I'm going to be having a sparring conversation, a back and forth about our mission, vision, how we're going to win customers, and so forth. But now actually, because like I said, I have already some materials, I'm going to be uploading some pre-made documents here for the tool to use as a starting point. I'll show you how that works. As you can see now here below, I have uploaded 2 documents of this imaginary company called Kokemus. We are building a digital travel platform for Finnish tourism industry. Experiences, husky safaris, sightseeing tours, mountain biking trips, whatever have you. We're trying to connect that kind of scattered demand provided by small vendors with tourists, both local and international, that are coming to Finland and want to experience things. There is no single point of where they can go in and explore, book, and even pay and kind of manage all these. So for tourists, we're building a exploration and platform for experiences, and for the providers, we're trying to build them, get them visibility and accessibility into international demand and markets. All right, I've now uploaded an Excel document, which is my P&L forecast. So generated numbers for a few years forwards, where we're kind of thinking about how the business model might work from a monetary standpoint. And then we have a business plan document that kind of describes the idea. Now that I've uploaded these, it can be anything. It can be P&L files, it can be investor decks, board meet memos. You already might have a company with a lot of history. Then what you want to upload is your current strategy and your current plans, current OKRs, marketing documents, whatever you think is relevant to give the tool context for supporting you on your strategy work. The more context you give it to them, the better it will understand your business and better it can help you in crafting your strategy and plans and OKRs. All right, now I'll ask the tool to analyze this and start building. This will take a while, so I'll pause the video and we'll get back when this is done. All right, now after a few minutes, the AI is done analyzing the documents I've given it to them, and now I'm gonna go progress in creating my strategy. So let's move on. And now it's kind of identified. We're working on the mission piece. So you can always see up here what we're working on, and now we're building mission, one of the key foundations of a strategy. And now it kind of challenges some of my assumptions in the tool. So what I want to say here, I'm primarily solving for end customers. I think my thinking strategy, you always want to build it around one person who is actually paying for it. There's the other elements that I'm suggesting are relevant, but if you want to pick one from the list, I want to really build a product for tourists who want an authentic, non-mainstream travel experience and really want to experience the real Finland. All right, now we're getting there. The tool is starting to think about that. Okay, what does a non-authentic mainstream activity means? And now it's kind of challenging me and my assumptions. I'm telling the tool that I want it to have a kind of 2 layers with kind of curated experience, having a large inventory, but then having quite a tightly curated lists of different experiences. I'm thinking in my head that, a list for food lovers and a list for, sports activist enthusiasts, people who want to go out and do mountain biking and climbing and so forth. And this is actually an interesting piece because I'm kind of not understanding what the AI is saying, so I want it to show me an example. So and then I tell it to show an example, and it gives me kind of a bit more tangible scenarios. This is where kind of the power of AI is really good, because I can have quite a long back and forth discussion about where we're going, what want to happen, and so forth. And now that I read through the example it provided, I'm saying, okay, yes, this is exactly what I'm thinking. Let's move forward. As you can see, I'm already halfway of doing my mission. And now it's actually getting to the mission statement itself, proposing a draft mission statement for me. We connect travelers to authentic Finland by creating local experiences that mainstream tourism overlooks. Sounds good. I think this is good, but as it suggests, strategy and especially mission, vision statements, kind of your North Star. A few of these key elements in strategy are things where actually words matter. So let's sharpen it a bit. And now I can get a few options. I can pick and choose. I can go back and forth with the tool to find what I want to have as my set mission statement. And now I think we're very soon ready with our mission. As you can see, 65%, and soon we'll be able to solidify this into a mission statement. I think the mission statement is almost there, but I want to add also a mention about curated thematic lists such as sports, food, nature, culture, etc. So kind of going back and forth with my idea. Yes, this is what I want to have. This is good. Exactly. So now we have a ready-made mission statement. We connect travelers to real Finland, created local experiences that go beyond typical tourist destinations. Yes, save this. And we're kind of ready with the first piece of our strategy. Next, I will show you how you can then move on to mission, vision, and other elements of the strategy so that you actually can start to have all the foundations in place. And now you can see the tool is creating a summary for us. And I'm actually going to be able to save this. The AI actually gives a bit of a confidence score. And now that we spend a fair amount of time, we're giving it materials, we've gone back and forth. At least according to this AI, it thinks that this is pretty good. This is pretty good for a mission statement. Of course, things will revise, and you want to review them, revise, and go back and forth. But this is good starting point. And now you can see that, as with any element in the strategy which you kind of save as this is our current live piece of it, you're going to have an ability to go back to a conversation history. So you can see that how did we end up here? Who was the person? In this case, me. But if you have multiple users, was the person having a conversation with the AI? How did we create this? So there is going to be a kind of an audit log of things you can go back to that. And I can see that, okay, one of the 5 foundation elements are gone. It will propose me to continue vision. We're not going to do it here now today for the brevity, but we can go back to the strategy and see the overview. So we've done core foundation, one piece already done. And next, we will be doing vision. We will be doing how do we win, core metrics, customers. And then we're starting to have already a lot of the core foundation building blocks in place. Here you can see all the strategy elements, all 112 of them. Obviously not something you were going to be doing right away, but you can start with the core foundation, and then you can have a conversation with the AI. What is actually the key elements for a business like this? Where should we focus on in building our strategy? Is it something about customers? Is it about product in this case, people, finance, and so forth? But as you know, strategy has a lot of elements. Suunta.ai tries to help you to build a strategy as a living document, a living tool that you can use going forward. Thanks for watching this video, and make sure to come back for more.